A while back, before Toy Story Land and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge were built at Disney's Hollywood Studios, Imagineers were throwing around some other ideas for what to do with the park. In this video, let's look back into the past to see if Cars Land could ever make its way into Hollywood Studios in the foreseeable future. So without further ado, let's take a look at what's on the horizon for Radiator Springs. Before I start the video, I just want to let you guys know that if you haven't checked out the first 3 episodes of this series yet about reshaping Hollywood Studios, go check them out. I'll leave a card to the playlist right up here in the corner of the screen. Now, let's get into it. On June 15th, 2012, Disney's California Adventure opened their largest expansion yet, Cars Land. This massive 12-acre area opened with 3 new rides, one being the classic Disney whip ride known as Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, along with Luigi's Flying Tires, which has now transformed into Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters, and of course the highly acclaimed Radiator Springs Racers, an amazing indoor-outdoor dark ride that includes numerous interactive elements. Ever since the land opened over 8 years ago, fans like myself have been begging Disney to clone this land at Hollywood Studios in Florida. Back in the early 2010s, the Walt Disney Company was planning the Hollywood Studios overhaul. This plan included 4 known phases. Toy Story Land was considered to be Phase 1, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Phase 2, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway as Phase 3, and an indoor version of Radiator Springs Racers as Phase 4. As of now, in August 2020, Disney has only completed 3 of the 4 stages of the expansion plan, and by the looks of everything right now, it doesn't seem that Disney really wants to make an indoor version of Radiator Springs Racers at Hollywood Studios. However, an interesting note to bring up is that earlier this year, many rumors started to circulate the Disney community about another potential Pixar expansion to the park. Signs started pointing towards something Cars or Monsters Inc. related. If there will be a Pixar expansion to the park, I don't think it'll be Monsters Inc. because that franchise is not as popular as it used to be. However, the entire Cars franchise is a huge factor in merchandise and toy sales for the Disney company as a whole, hence why I think Disney would go with this franchise if they were to expand Hollywood Studios again. Now, how would Cars Land fit at Hollywood Studios? Well, I think using the existing animation courtyard land along with expanding into more backstage areas is a great use of space to add this new land to the park. Plus, adding a new area back here and connecting it to the current Rock and Roller Coaster courtyard would finally give Hollywood Studios an arc. This basically means that all the lands would be connected in a sort of hub and spoke design, much like the Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, and even Universal's Islands of Adventure. Now, what rides would this new Cars Land have to offer? I honestly think it could just be an exact clone of California's version. Even with Alien Swirling Saucers using the same ride system as Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, and Test Track using the same ride system as Radiator Springs Racers, I don't see why Disney would change the ride lineup. Because keep in mind, Disney is fine with adding multiple versions of their ride models at the same parks. Look at the classic Disney Dumbo Spinner ride. There are literally 4 of those in the same park, 5 if you want to throw in a Triceratops spin at Animal Kingdom. The same thing can be applied to the trackless dark rides. Hollywood Studios has 2 trackless dark rides in the same park, with Remy's Ratatouille Adventure opening just next door at Epcot later this year. So I don't think it's a big problem if the ride systems are the same. Plus, adding these new rides to Hollywood Studios would increase the amount of family offerings for the general public. Currently, there is only 1 kids ride in the entire park as Alien Swirling Saucers. So adding 2 additional family-based flat rides would very much distribute the park's lineup of attractions. Well, there we have it guys. That is what I would do if I was able to add Cars Land to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Just another reminder, if you haven't checked out the other episodes in this series yet about bringing Avengers Campus and a Mandalorian roller coaster to Hollywood Studios, go check them out. I'll leave a link in the description below. With that said, what do you guys think of this idea? I'm really curious to know what you guys think about Disney adding a Cars Land to Hollywood Studios. Oh, and if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and make sure to subscribe with those post notifications on so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll be sure to see you guys out on the horizon. The theme park horizons.